This playthrough is rated E for everyone. Alright, Fahm has gotten a lot better this time around. My skills have also improved, so it's time to take this guy down and show what happens if you beat this guy fast enough. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Skygunner. This episode's going to be basically just bonus stuff, so don't expect the Revolve storyline yet. I'll do that next time. But right now, I'm just going to show off what happens if you beat the Eternal Engine Soldier as fast as you can within 3 minutes. It's probably easier to do this with Fahm or CL, probably Kotani, but I'm not as good with Kotani. But like with Fahm, just basically just take your licks as you hit the guy because she's super durable, and obviously don't worry about. I mean, here that was an accident where I got knocked out. But so I'm doing a little bit of post commentary here just for this beginning part because I wasn't sure if I could get this on this time, and I didn't want to keep recording my voice over again. But yeah, just with the first run, just have Fahm hit 3 of the times 3 cross missiles almost back to back, and don't be afraid of overheating. And I'm just talking about the cutscene because we've seen this a million times already. And the same thing again, back up, do the exact same thing again with the 3 cross missiles, and then finish them off with a machine gun because you want to save your cross missiles for the final phase to try and beat them as fast as you can. You're in for a treat, by the way, when you do this. It's very entertaining. But we'll go back to pre-commentary after that, but I'll tell you when that is. But yeah, see how much damage we do, like if we're focused on it, and because Fahm is so durable, it's easier to do this with her. Yeah, I'm going in for another run and just blasting with machine gun. And the boys help a little bit more, I've noticed, on Fahm's path, it seems like, at least what I've noticed anyway. Yeah, there's a blasting thing there, so. Alright, final run. This one's a little bit tougher just because he has that, because in the previous one he shoots you with a lot of like bullets, but in this one, he doesn't shoot you with bullets as much, but he does that spinning thing with the like bits he pulls out of the ship, and if he hits you with those, that can knock you out. And it has weirdly it spins and like a boomerang, even though it's not a boomerang. So I don't know. Yeah, same thing. Just hit him. Don't worry about going overheated. Yeah, see, this is where I get hit there for the second time. I think the only time I got hit during this run was during these 2 times. And yeah, I'm just blasting him. I probably could have gotten another cross, which I'm going to do here in a second. Because his third form is a little bit more durable too. Yeah, I think the only time I get knocked down is twice here, so lucky me. And that'll show you in the score. But all right, I'm about to beat him, so I'm gonna send it back to pre-commentary after this because we're about to knock him out. So I'll see you with my past self or something like that. So.
Finally over. Yeah, it looks like Ventre got away.
Wait a minute.
What's wrong, Kotani?
What are you doing? Hurry up and get us out of here! They're gonna find us!
After all that Ventre's done for us, we should return the favor.
You said it!
Alright, after defeating the machine soldier in 3 minutes, we can defeat Ventre in his ship, and yeah, this is kind of comedic. Look at that, just blasting the guy. It's pretty funny, actually. Actually funnier just to like destroy everything but him, and we still got plenty of fuel. I didn't show off most of the mission, as I mentioned before. As you can tell, my score is like super high right now, so I could probably just mess around and get a bunch of score from these guys if I really want to, but yeah, let's finish them off. I just find it funny.
No good, boss.
Oh, that's all right. I'll just enjoy my vacation as planned. It was fun while it lasted. Goodbye.
I guess that's that.
What are we gonna do? Chase after him?
I'm sure Ventre's learned his lesson by now. All right, guys, let's head home.
And the game even gives us like a mini fireworks in the background as we destroy Ventre's ship. It's kind of satisfying if you can beat the soldier in like less than 3 minutes. And like I said, it actually took quite a few tries to get that to work. It's easier with Fawn to do it than with anyone else. But anyway, let's look at our score. Yeah, I killed quite a few people to rack up my score during the mission that I didn't show. I hope I showed it well enough in the other playthroughs to show how to get the money, but yeah, I used quite a few cross missiles. And look at that. Look at that. 8 million battle bonus for taking advantage of just taking out regular dudes, hitting those like cannons that when you have to separate the ship, hitting the balloons earlier so you get a high score, and just instead of trying to defeat the mini ships that CL during his thing, all you have to do is just destroy his objective and you'll get like a ton of score because you just do a cross missile, hit those cannons, get the chain from that, and it just builds up. I don't even think this is the most you can get from it. I think, like I said, I think someone got like, if I remember reading about it, got like 30 million or something crazy like that. But yeah, I'm not going to do that, but I got pretty good at it. So to get our final score of the game, I got...
That's music to my ears.
almost 22 million points. Yes, a lot better than Copan with my, was it 14 million or whatever? And CL, I got like 11 million. I think the first time I played with FOM, I think I only got like 3 million or something like that. So you can tell how far I've gotten throughout the course of the game. Of course, this is doing it without recording my whole playthrough of it, but you know. So let's proceed to get the reward you get for hitting first place for getting it with all 3 characters during a single run. I'll just skip the epilogue because that's not poignant. So skip the credits. We don't need to see it again because I've shown it multiple times. So let's see the ranking this time. I think I only got crashed down a couple of times during the playthrough. Most of them were through the final act, you know. So let's see. Yep, we got did all the performance evaluation, shot down enough people. Let's see, total crashes. Yeah, it was like 2. So that should raise up my rank again. I forgot how many. I think it has to be less than 10 to raise it up a rank if I recall. And look at the prize money. Oh, baby. And we get 2 rank ups because of all that money. So we get the rare double S. Heck yeah. Yeah, I told you it's possible. It just requires you getting a lot of money. I don't know what the actual, I think you do actually have to get 20 million, I think, to actually get the 2 rank ups, if I recall. Because I think it's a rank up per 10 million that you have, if I recall, but I could be wrong on that, so.
A new character, Artie, has been unlocked and is now playable in the time attack survival modes.
Yep, you can play the Chief of Police himself. Unfortunately, he doesn't get his own storyline,
The
but...
detached camera setting has been unlocked. The camera setting can be changed from the pause menu.
Thank you, Fom. And that's it. Yeah, that's so yeah, you can finally play the Chief of Police, but yeah, unfortunately he doesn't have a plot storyline or anything like that. He is just used for time attack and survival modes. Oh well, what can you do? Yeah, the attached camera is just another way of doing the camera and everything like that. So so this part will be very short because I basically just kind of skipped to this part instead of playing through FOM's campaign again. I guess I could have just to show the most efficient way to do it, but it would have required me showing you know, basically restarting the map multiple times over and over again just to make sure I got it. And that's not even the most effective way of doing it. So, you know what, since I don't want to do Revol's story quite yet, let's do some mini stuff while we're here. So while we're doing this, let's go ahead and try some of the time attack stuff since we're here. And I can show off how hard Artie works. Yeah, he's French, so they don't pronounce the H. They go ah, you know, when they instead of herb, it's herb, that type of thing. So, but let's see how hard he works. So, the fire is tough as nails. So yeah, he's not very good at banking. His machine gun does okay damage. He's really durable though. Well, there's a reason why he's really durable. I'll show that in a second. And yeah, he doesn't get he doesn't get sub-weapons like everyone else does. His sub-weapons work differently, and I'll show you when we actually play as him.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah, and he's in the Courage in the Dur machine, or whatever you want to call it, the Dur. Yep, the famous, the fun time attack mode. How fast can you defeat 100 pilots? Or and yeah, look at that. Hardy has just a bunch of his policemen helping him with this. So, and what happens when you change the item? It changes how they're formed. So as you can see, that they kind of adjust. It's hard to tell without moving the camera back. Yeah, see, if you adjusted it, they'll slightly move around for different things. But that's pretty much all they do. Alright, and then you can, yeah, what you can do when you actually activate the item, they run off and go attack other people, and then when they're done, they come back to you. So it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, it's kind of fun playing as Hardy in these modes, just because of like what you actually do with Hardy. You know? Obviously, being Hardy, I can't. There's only so much I can do with my because I don't have sub weapons in the same way. I guess I could take a group of people to. Yeah, as soon as he uses them, they. Yeah, see, here's form. Where you basically just a bunch of machine gun blasts everyone, as you can see here. If I can hit anyone, dude. And I can show off the final one here in a second. So we show rank, and we'll show off form. I think I already showed free. There's form right there. Yeah, I'm trying to think what I'm trying to remember what the fastest you can actually do this mission is. Like, I think I've heard you can do this in, like, if you get like a good fireworks shot or whatever off, you can get this done in like 10 seconds or something crazy short like that. It's insane. Yeah, the only problem with obviously doing this, I can't boost. So in time attacks, it's probably not the most efficient to use Hardy's abilities like regularly. You have to wait till you get like a good group to a hit. I'm getting hit by a bunch of delegates. What do we got left? Not too many left. I'll show you survival mode after this. Wait for it to get my planes back and my overheating so we can finish these up. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, it takes like a really good fireworks missile to finish these guys off in like so many seconds. Yeah, too bad Hardy doesn't get a storyline for him. Like maybe some guy always like cleaning up messes in the background or something like that, but I understand why they didn't give him anything. So this is more just fun, something you can unlock, and this is what you get for getting first place with all of your characters. Well, Fom, CL, and Kapan. So, and this shows you the in-game world's time attack. Yeah, 2 minutes. Seems to be the fastest, at least for if you can beat 2 minutes, you're gravy. But like I said, if you do this right, like I said, I've heard it's like so many. But I just want to show it off. Maybe if I practice a bit more, I can show off. Let's try Hardy again in survival mode. So,
Are you ready?
are you winning, kids? What's the line? Aye, aye, Captain. Oh yeah, SpongeBob. I was trying to think for a second, even though this is actually, was it around the same time as SpongeBob? Because I think SpongeBob started in the late 90s, if I recall correctly. But anyway, survival mode is basically just us surviving as long as you can. So let's see, and yeah, we do have a fuel source, so that's also another case of basically what you have to do is basically you have to destroy minions, and minions will improve. So in the main game, when you kill minions and stuff like that, it gives you like your multiplier. In survival mode, minions give you fuel or increase your time to actually stay up, as you can see there. So you basically have to be always attacking the next unit, so that way you keep staying up as long as you can. I'm trying to remember what the actual... If you're really good, you can last like a really long time. I don't remember what the actual, like, the best score is for survival. I haven't really looked that up in forever. I don't even know what my personal best is. Like I said, I don't even have my original files anymore for my memory card. At least I don't think I have my old PS2 memory card. I guess I could look. I don't even have my old console anymore. I think it, I sadly traded it out, like the PS2 one, my original PS2 one, I traded it out when the PS3 came in, because the PS3 at the time was backwards compatible. Little did I know that it wasn't built properly and it was prone to overheating. So, I still have it and I did kind of fix it, but I don't play it as often as I used to because I'm afraid it'll just overheat again. So, yeah, let's just do freeform so we can get my guys to attack those minions. Yeah, there's like a combination of like how long can you last and what how many minions can you destroy. And it's not just the little guys either. They eventually have bigger ships come as well, so it's not... And I am really bad at aiming with Hardy, or sorry, Artie, as the game likes to say. Because he's French. Because of the French aesthetic of this game. And too bad this game never got any sequels or spin-off things or whatever. I think this game could have easily been made into like a fun like TV show or something like that. I could easily see a season of a show like this. And I like the way Hardy can take a few hits, so 4, but ooh. Yeah, you get quite a bit of a score if you can destroy these big ships. There we go. That's what I was trying to hit the engine there. I have to warm up to there we go. All right, now there's the second one. Yeah, we got a couple of these guys around too. Yeah, if you can get Hardy up, you can blast guys pretty efficiently with his guys. You just can't get a lot of... The problem with Hardy is you can't get a lot of chains going on with him because of the way he works. So, man, those guys just kept hitting me. But yeah, he's super durable, so he can take the hits. I guess the chief of police should have the most durable mech or some part. Sorry, I've been recording some front mission before this, so and playing some front mission too, trying to do that. So that'll usually happen with certain games. I'll be working on recording one thing, and I'll be in. Can't seem to get a good chain going on from them. Oh well. Trying to get that last little bit. I was like, huh. Yeah, look how quickly that one went down. If you actually can get your rank and file to hit him. I'll try to go as far as I can. I guess I don't know if I'll play the whole. Well, no, I guess it'll be the rest of the episode. Like I said, I want to do the Revolve storyline separately. So. I want that to be its own episode. I might just do that in one go, depending on how I'm feeling. Where's that other? Where's that one? But man, let's activate rank again. Oh, come on. There we go. I need to get to that other ship so we can unlock more boss-ish like airships and stuff like that. Yeah, another one of those red, I forgot what they were called again, popped up, so. I should have finished it up, I'm surprised I didn't. Fine, I'll wait till you pop back up. I don't have the means to do that with the Hardy. I have to wait for it to open its delicious goodness. Guess I could try something else while I wait for it to. I always hate when I activate it and then I get too far away or get too close, because then I can't utilize the rank bomb. Oh, it closed up again. Took too long. Look at just how insane like all these dog missiles are when they're attacking. Alright, fine, I'll find another dude. Whoops. Destroy it already. I was trying to see if I could show off every single ship that pops up, but eh. I'll try to focus on it. I can. Maybe I should blow up some minor mini dudes while I'm doing this. Get some more fuel. Although it's kind of weird that the dog missiles don't hit me, don't hit the minion guys. You know what I mean? The policemen. You think they go after them too, but no. It's because Hardy is the main target. Okay, seriously, what? Hardy, but Hardy's like a bit weird when it comes to his like the way he shoots his machine gun. So. Yeah, just let my minions take out small dudes while. I'm not sure which one's the best use. I guess it depends. If you're fighting a bunch of like little guys, probably freeform's your best option. If it's one dude, then you probably want to go with rank or form, just because you get more focused power if you do that. So. There we go. Man, dog missiles just start super annoying. Alright, now we get to fight the I actually forgot each of the ship's names, even though I played this game like 20 billion times. But yeah, you just have to destroy the engines like before. And like most times, using like something like form or something like that will just really blast the engine. Well, and this is a way to get like a lot of fuel too, because of the cannons on this thing as well. So. Oh no! Oh, I actually got hit. Wow. Or I actually got knocked down. That actually takes a lot. You actually lose a bit of fuel for doing that as well. I want to try and keep destroying ships until I show off most of them in survive mode. Because I think you can unlock most of them if you. Yeah, I get quite a few points if you. Actually, let's do what we did before and get some cheap combos going on here. Although you don't really need change for the purposes of score, so it's not as big of a deal. It's mainly just to get more fueled. There. Take out one of the engines. Yeah, see how fast those things can be destroyed if you can get it right? Very quickly. Yeah, that one's almost destroyed. One more. Show off the, whoops. Oh, dang it. There we go. Just trying to go through all the, because on survive modes you get so many different enemies that the target thing just increases tenfold. Isn't it? There we go. There goes the engine. And there it goes. It's falling down very, very short. It's taking forever, taking its sweet time, but it's doing it. Yeah, see how it's collapsing and falling into the ocean because there's nothing holding it up anymore. And yeah, if you get through this fast enough, Referral pops up. Let's see, there he is. Yeah, we can actually fight Referral with every other character in the game if we want to. Because normally you have to fight him as CL. But unfortunately, he actually... Oh, okay. I have to... Oops. Actually, I wanted to do free on him, but this might work. The problem with Referral is well, it's just like in the main game. He fills back up after... there we go, got him. Yeah, you get 60 points for killing Referral. I mean... And he actually explodes. He doesn't actually just get away at the last second. Awesome. Yeah, depending on who you're fighting with, he can probably take him out pretty quickly. It's just CL is the one who, story-wise, has to fight a Referral. I forgot who. I think it's still Referral if you fight if you're I think it's still Referral if you actually choose to play as Referral, I think, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but... I wonder if we get to that before. Yeah, gets a good score there. Man. Really, I mean, this fight can take as long as I want it to, really. If I want to stop playing and do something else, I could. You know, I could just let myself fall and run out of fuel. And we can keep doing this all day. Because if I remember correctly, you're always going to have enough enemies to keep shooting down. You think with the survive mode that there would be a point where there would be such a lull that you wouldn't have, you'd have to be like, well, we're eventually, if we don't do this efficiently, for example, we'll, okay, I just got forming up. It's just so much faster to form. Did we get to this guy before? Maybe? Yeah, there we go. And the thing is, with Hardy, you never have to like worry about getting sub-weapon numbers. You always have to. You're always like, well, I just activate it whenever I want to, as long as I don't mind. As long as I don't mind having no burst or anything with that. So, okay, I think let me take out this ship, and then I think we'll call it after that, and we'll let the fuel just run out naturally, because you know, I don't want to do this forever. I think that's enough for an episode. Oh yeah, I guess there's one more thing I could show, but I'll have to cut out to show you that little thing here, and that'll cover a lot of the minor things. I guess the only other thing I haven't really covered is photos and stuff like that, but I might just do that at the very end, and how you get each of the photos. Because you get photos by doing very specific things throughout the game, and most of the photos require you to lose on purpose. But I'll go over. I might just acquire them off screen and then just say what happens. So yeah, this is a fun mode. If you just want to play the game and not worry about the story and just shoot things down, this is the perfect way to do it. Obviously, you have to play through the game first to do it, but it's a fun little just mini game. That and time attack. How fast can you beat all the mechs? I think there's I'm trying to remember what else. I think I've unlocked most of the stuff in the game that you can do. I'd have to double check just to make sure, but as you can see, you know, we don't have a whole lot of ships left. Yeah, let's destroy these guys too while we're at it. So quickly we just wreck that thing's day. Probably too far away to like really get the damage on this thing. I was hoping we were close enough. Yeah. Oh well. Although by the time we got there, and yeah, I see more of these appear when you blast them, as you can see on the target thing. So, all right. Well, anyway, I'm gonna let the rest of this thing run out while I do all that. So, but yeah, for the price on this game, I'm trying to remember how much it actually cost when the game came out. I think it was either $30 or $40. I'm not sure. I think 30 sounds about right. It wasn't a super expensive game because. Just because of how short it actually is, if you think about it. Because if you play the game legit through just like the technically the 4 storylines and not any of the extra content, you can beat this in like less than 5 hours easily. And if you skip all the cutscenes again, then it's even less, because you know you don't have to. I mean, most of the game is the cutscenes really when you think about it. So, and just show what happens when Hardy dies too, or you know, falls. Even though he's not technically dying, he's just getting knocked down. So. Oh no, we're about to... Men, shield me with your bodies as I crash. Give me your fuel, like in that Top Gun video game for the NES. I never did figure that out as a kid. I know what it is nowadays, but... We could have kept going on, but... And that shows all the poor minions. Don't worry, folks. They're robots. I don't even think the game straight up says it, but you can tell in the cutscenes that they're built by Ventre himself. So they're just machine men. They're like this game's version of the serve bots from Mega Man Legends. Yeah, 187. Probably could have easily shot more down. So yeah, see there, you can easily shoot down up to 250, but I didn't want to keep playing, you know, at the moment, because I can do that on my own time. I just wanted to show you what you could and couldn't do. So, all right, I'm going to show off one more thing before we go. Just something that you can get during the storyline that I never showed, because you know how I got FOM and or how I got CL and Capone. I got them their winning quotes for if you win the engine from her, or for FOM. So give me just a second. I'm going to show off getting FOM's. What her dialogue is if you win her the engine. So okay, we're back at FOM's little mission here. As I'm just gonna I could just destroy I'm just gonna try to destroy these guys as fast as I can. But I could just earn like a bunch of points, but this is from another save file or whatever. Because you can quit the campaign in the middle to obviously take a break and come back, and this is for me just doing that. You can tell I'm doing a lot better than before. As you can tell, points-wise in this run, I got way more points than the boys. So if you play this game quite a few times, you'll easily figure out how to, like, you know, max out your score. So yeah, let's just blast them and clearly I'm gonna win the engine. So will the boys get to the engine before I do? No, wait, nope. Yeah, this is another mission that is pretty easy to get a score with because you can leave it to the AI to finish them off.
Maybe I should have used something.
Yeah, you should have, which he does eventually.
Next time I won't hold back.
I wonder if they'd made a sequel, would they have brought him back again or not?
Awesome!
Not bad for a girl. Just be sure to put that engine to good use.
Yeah, Fawn doesn't even say anything. She's just she's like, yeah, I did, or whatever. It's not, no, everyone's just like, yeah, Seal doesn't even have anything to say. It's just like, awesome. Like, he's like, I got beat. Great. It's weird because when Kapan beats him, he doesn't have the same attitude. Like, it's more like a friendly rivalry. So he's more like, oh, awesome, buddy. But with Fawn, because she's the new girl, they're like, oh, okay, cool. You know, like he's not, you know, he's not surprised in the least that, you know, he lost to her. And Kapan's just like pretty good for a girl. Like, man, talk about like late 90s, early 2000s dialogue, am I right? And I like Fawn's dialogue if you're winning.
That's music to my ears.
Yeah, I don't know, just something about that. But anyway, that's it for the well, not all the random stuff, like I said, photos and stuff like that. But I'll go over that after I beat Revol's. I might do that in like the end of his mission, or because I still have to grind out the photos and stuff like that, because you have to do very specific things to do that, which means playing through the game multiple times and purposely losing at certain parts. So, but that won't take me very long. But anyway, that's it for the extra bonus content part of the game. So hope you enjoyed that. And like I said, finally got to show off Ventre's airship, a fun little bit of spot to get a little extra points for the finale, you know, because you always hear him saying he got away, and then when we finally do it, it's a mess. And showing off survival and time attack was fun, something to do on my off time. So, but anyway, next time we play, we'll show off the black gunner himself, Reval, and see what his part in this whole thing was all about. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.